Hello, all. So in talking about media that we see that have positive depictions of women, I actually spent quite a bit of time thinking about it. I was aware of some things that my mom had done in the 80s around breastfeeding awareness, and wasn't able to actually come up with a copy of one of those because it's been a while. And as I started thinking about it, I realized that part of, for me and the legacy in my family of positive images of women in the media is that we kind of make them. My mom was La Leche League leader for almost 20 years, which La Leche League is an organization of mothers supporting other mothers who are breastfeeding. As a daughter watching that happen, there were protests at the state capitol to make it sure that women had the right to breastfeed in public. There were several, media campaigns that they were involved in, and I really respect my mom for that. But I realized that part of that as well is something that she passed on, that all of my siblings and I have worked to create positive images of women in the media. One project that I'm doing this year is it's called Tiny Art, and so it's taking art from artists who aren't necessarily professionals but making them into stickers that then get funded, and the artists get copies that they can sell or give away, and everyone who's involved in it gets copies of them. And this year, 2 of them are specifically of women doing amazing things. One is a self-portrait by one of the women who was part of it, and this is her riding a horse. And why can't I get this to zoom in on it? It's still trying to zoom in on me. And then the other one is of a woman musher out mushing, and it's inspired by Blair Braverman, who's a female musher who both she does a lot of blogging and is on Twitter and shares what she's doing, and so with that there's one of the things that I was really focused on was making sure that there were positive depictions of women as part of that. There's a number of them that are dogs that are sled dogs, and we made sure that we had at least as many female dogs represented as male dogs, even though a couple of the male dogs are certainly some of the favorites with it. And all of the women or all of the artists that are part of it were all women, and that was something that I wasn't, if there'd been someone who was male who asked to be part of the project, I don't think I would have said no, but I wasn't actively going out and seeking male artists. I wanted to really showcase the art of some women that I really respect, who, because of their circumstances in life, they couldn't afford to just be artists for their day jobs, and I wanted to really be able to share their work. So I think that with that it's really important that we think not only as far as huge big art things that are huge media things that end up in the LA Times or the Washington Post, that we really are thinking about what we individually can impact and making sure that we're doing those things in a way that help include women not only in a positive light but as creators of that media as well. So thank you very much. What do you think? Is it important to make sure that we're making media ourselves? And do you have any thoughts on what things you try to create and pull women into as well? Thanks.